My name is Rebecca, and today I'll be guiding you through a Hatha yoga sequence. What does that mean? It means that we will be doing a sequence of poses where we do it on one side, we do it on the other, or we do one pose first before we move on to the next. Where traditionally in vinyasa, which is what I've done previously, we flow a series of poses on one side and we go through every single pose, and then we'll switch and do the other side, and we do all those poses on the other side. This one will be slightly different. We'll also be holding these poses for longer, so you get a chance to sit in the pose, feel that strength, that burn a little bit, and focus on your breath. So breath work today will be really important. If you haven't gone over the sequence of learning the basics of yoga, a series of videos that I've put out previously, there is one that goes over the Ujjayi breath. So if you'd like to learn more about that, feel free to reference that video. Otherwise, we'll just be using the Ujjayi breath today to keep that center and presence of mind as you're holding the pose. It's really easy to sit in a pose and think, man, this is hard, man, this is terrible. But the goal is to let all those thoughts go. If they come, just let them go and stay centered on your breath. So breath will be really important today. With that in mind, we'll go ahead and get started in a standing position. So stand on your, all the equipment that you'll need today will be a mat. If you have something padded, like a block, so if you have a block, that'd be great. If not, then something padded like a pillow or a rolled up blanket, something that you can put in between knees and hold. So that will be helpful a little bit later. So we'll be using that when we get to the end. So if you have that prop, go ahead and grab that, set it up somewhere close to your mat, and then we'll start standing. So go ahead and start at the top of your mat. Bring the inner edges of your big toes to touch if they do. Spread all 10 toes wide. Feel your heels onto the ground. Look straight ahead and pull your shoulders back. Let your arms fall by your side. Turn your thumbs out. And then close your eyes. Tune into your breath. Tune into your body. Take that moment to integrate here on your mat, leaving behind the rest of your day, leaving behind anything that's been following you around today. Just take a few breaths and slowly start to let that go. If it helps you to move into movement, maybe a few wiggles or wringing out your arms, you can do that. Or you can just hold still and stable. And we'll take a few rounds of breath here together. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. 2 more, breathe in, belly first, then ribs, and then chest. Open mouth, exhale, let that out. 1 more, biggest breath of your day. Breathe in, belly, ribs, chest, fill up your torso, pause. Take 1 more sip. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. All right, hold strong. Seal your lips, breathe in and out through your nose. Now this is where you engage your Ujjayi breath. Once we engage it here, you'll keep it engaged throughout the flow until we get to the end of class. I'll give you some reminders as we go to come back to your breath, but create that constriction in the top of your nose and in the back of your throat. And with each and every flow of breath, feel that heat building up inside. You feel that friction in your nose with the flow, and you hear a sound like waves of an ocean moving through your body. Then flutter your eyes open. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale to a baby back bend. With your palms facing up, press your heels down, squeeze your glutes, and then pull your shoulders back. In this position, with your glutes squeezed and your heels pressed, you're creating that firm foundation so that you're not dumping into your low back. Otherwise, you might feel a discomfort in your low back. And if that's the case, then just don't lean back as far, but still turn your palms up. Maybe reach your arms back a little bit. Keep your belly pulled in, glutes squeezed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come back to mountain. Exhale, forward fold, dive forward by hinging at your hips. Good, take a moment here, just let your upper body hang, your low back open, Shake your head, yes and no. Maybe bend one knee and the other. Good, come back to center. Inhale to halfway lift. Press your hands to your shins or thighs. Look down at your mat, lengthen through the back of your neck. Pull your belly in to support your low back. Inhale, lengthen, press your hands into your legs. Exhale, low lunge. Tent your fingertips to the ground. Step your right foot back and lower your right knee to the ground, making two 90-degree angles with your knees. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Keep your tailbone tucked. Press your hips forward. Again, reach your shoulders back. Take an inhale. Then hold your breath. High plank pose. Then exhale, low plank. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. First time here, pedal out your legs, shift your hips, sway your torso. Maybe sway your head, yes and no. Good, get comfortable with your hands and shoulders, and then find your stillness. Take a breath in and breath out. Take an inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot as close as you can in between your hands and lower your left knee down. Two 90-degree angles with your knees, and then inhale, crescent moon. Squeeze your left glute, tuck your tailbone, reach your shoulders back, fingertips up and back. Breathe in, reach. Then exhale to forward fold. This is a big move. Tent your fingertips to the ground, lift your back knee, and then launch your left foot to your right. Bring the inner edges of your big toes to touch. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands facing upward, baby back bend. Glutes squeezed, shoulders back. Then inhale to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. This time step your left foot back, left knee to the ground. Good. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, or no, rather, hold your breath. Inhale and hold, high plank pose. Then exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here, hold strong. And inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Lower your right knee down to 90 degrees. Inhale, crescent moon, reach up and back. Exhale to forward fold. Tent your fingertips to the ground. Lift your right knee. Launch forward to step your feet together. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Hands facing upward. And inhale to mountain. Exhale, release your hands by your side. Good. Now breathe easy here. We're going to start with our first series of standing postures for our Hatha series. So we'll do it on one side, we'll do it on the other. If it's a 2-foot pose, we do just one of them. First movement is tree pose. So lift your right knee, open your knee out to the side. Then 3 options here. You can keep your toes on the ground with your heel to your ankle. You can lift just below your knee, or you can get your heel as high as you can above your knee, and then hold that. Wherever you are, let your right hip open, left hip stays center. Anchor your gaze somewhere non-moving, and start with your hands at your heart. You can stay right here. Come to your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose, staying stable and staying present. If at any time you feel free to open your hands or your palms or find a different hand position, feel free to do so. But keep your gaze anchored. And let your arms flow and your breath feel easy through your nose. Take one more breath. Bring your hands back to center. Float your knee to center and release your foot down. Good. Shake it out. Okay, second side, tree pose. Firm up your right leg, lift your left heel, open your knee out to the side. Find one of those three postures, either ankle, calf, or above your knee. And once you get settled, anchor your gaze. Stand up tall, let that left hip open, and then connect to your breath, that Ujjayi flow through your nose. And then feel free to let your arms drift or wander, and just breathe. Take another inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart, float your left knee forward, and then release, shake it out. Nice job. Okay, now 2-foot tree pose. This is a balancing posture again, but with 2 feet. So find your feet underneath your hips, toes point forward. Lift up onto the balls of your feet, any height that you can get to. Good, you can stay right here. This is layer number 1. You stay here, anchor your gaze, and breathe. Layer 2 would be to start to descend your hips down towards your heels. Any layer that you can. And then wherever you are, reach your fingertips forward just like a zombie. Pull your shoulders back. Keep your navel pulled in and breathe. Inhale, slowly straighten your legs. And exhale, drop your heels down, shake out your arms. Nice job. Okay. For this next part, we do a jump or a hop out. You can also do a step. So bring your fingertips to your chest, take an inhale, and exhale, hop out, arms to a T, and feet out. You can also just step that. Now starting to your right side, turn your right toes to the right, and then find a T shape with your left feet. So this is like the base of the T, this is the top of the T shape. Then lunge into your front knee, keep your hips wrapped underneath, reach your arms in opposite directions, and look over your front fingertips, warrior 2. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Anchor your gaze over your front fingers, pull your shoulders back, and breathe. Straighten your front leg, turn your left fingertips to the center, right toes to the center, and then turn your left toes to the left. Lunge into your front knee, find that T shape with your legs again, almost like you're trying to press your feet apart, but they're not actually moving. You just energetically press them down and apart, feel that strength in your legs. Then reach your arms in opposite directions. Turn your gaze over your front fingertips and then come back to your Ujjayi breath. 5 breaths. Inhale, straighten your leg, and then turn your toes to the center, arms out to a T. Take an inhale, and exhale, jump back to center, release your arms by your side. Inhale, middle fingers to touch. Exhale, jump your feet wide. Then warrior 1, turn your right toes to the right. Step your left foot out to the left a little bit. Turn both toes towards the front, but that back foot goes to about a 45-degree angle. Press down through the outer edge of your left foot. Turn your left hip forward. Lunge into your front leg. Good. Hip points point forward. Then reach your hands overhead. Then stay present here with your breath. Use that breath to stay focused. 5 breaths. Straighten your front leg, rotate on your heels, turning to the other side. Now step your left foot out to the left, right foot to the right, toes point forward, but the right foot is turned to a 45-degree angle. Hip pointers, point forward, and then lunge into your front knee. Press down through the outer edge of your right foot, and almost like you're pressing your feet down and away, keep your legs active in that way. Good, then reach your hands overhead. Then center your mind on that breath and come back to your Ujjayi breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep going. Straighten your front leg, rotate on your heels back to center, and then exhale, jump your hands and feet to center. Release your arms by your side. One more. Inhale, fingertips to touch. Exhale, jump it out or step. And then warrior 3. So turn your right toes to the right. Start to step in your left foot a little bit. Reach your arms overhead. Good. Now firm up your left leg. Launch onto your right toes and then slowly lift. Your left toes, and then lift your left toes so that you're only on your right leg. Now as you're here, rotate your left hip down. Reach through your arms. Try to make a T shape with your body this time. Your standing leg is the base, and your arms and your floating leg are the top of the T. And then breathe. Focus on your breath. Look down and stay centered in your mind and body. Gently, slowly lower your toes back down, come back through center, and move to the other side. Point your left toes to the left, come up onto your right toes, maybe step your right foot in, reach your arms overhead, biceps to frame your ears. Look over your right leg, your left leg, and then slowly launch forward, lift your back toes until you're stabilized fully on your left leg. Rotate that right hip down, lift by squeezing your glute, and then find that T shape as close as you can, and then breathe. Bring those toes to touch. Come back to center, arms and feet out. Exhale, jump it to center. Release your hands down. Good. Now come down to your mat. So we'll move into our next pose. It's a chest opener camel pose. So this is where you might need a block in between your knees. So we'll come up onto a kneeling position on your mat. If you need extra padding, you can always double up your mat or grab a blanket, towel, or something to put underneath your knees because it can be a little intense for your knees. Toes tucked will be more stable. So if you're first time doing this pose, tuck your toes. If you're experienced with this pose and you like a little challenge, untuck your toes. But if you're new, first time, newer, toes tucked. Then take your block, your towel, your blanket, whatever you've got, and put it in between your knees. And then give it a good squeeze. Good. This is going to help protect your low back. As you can keep that energy engaged onto that object in between your knees, it's going to help stabilize your inner thighs, your groin, and your hips, which will help in this pose. So then, tall kneeling position, place your hands on your low back. Start by engaging your elbows together. So just right here, you're in a chest opener. Okay? And then if you'd like to go deeper, squeeze your glutes, start to lift your shoulders behind your hips, almost like you're pressing your hips slightly forward, and keep the energy squeezing the block. Good. If you feel comfortable here and you want to extend your arms, you can clasp your hands. If you have the range and the depth, you can place both of your palms on your heels. Find your variation, and then lift your chin if it feels good to do so. Imagine like you have a big exercise ball or a barrel and you're rolling your back over that. The goal is not to dump or squeeze your low back. It's to imagine being lifted through your low back, like everything is lifting up and then the shoulders are rotating back. Good. So keep the glutes squeezed, keep the energy on the object between your knees, and then breathe. One more breath. To come out, tuck your chin first. Roll your shoulders forward. Good. Then remove the item from your knees and set your hips to your heels. Take a moment to press hand to heart and hand to belly. Close your eyes and turn your focus again inward. Connecting with your breath and your body once again, just noticing what may come up for you. Beautiful moment there. And then take your knees to the outer edges of your mat and child's pose. So reach forward with your hands, your forehead down, and just let your low back open. So almost like a counter stretch to what we just did. Now we're in a full flexion of your low back. And just relax, get comfortable. Then gently, slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. Swing your heels out to either side and roll onto your back. Okay. Once you're on your back, bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor at hip distance. Take your right ankle over your left knee and then hug your leg to your chest. Good. Reclined, figure four. You can use your right elbow into your right leg. Give yourself a little more hip opening. Your left foot down, uncross your ankle over your knee, and then switch sides. Now we'll do the same thing. Hug your right foot to your right leg to your face. Use your left elbow to press to your left leg. And just relax for a few breaths. You can release your Ujjayi breathing here and just breathe normal. Start to decrease that inner heat because now we're cooling down. Release your right foot down, uncross your left leg, knees together, and easy twist, starting with your knees to the left, and then open your arms and your gaze to the right. Center, knees together, and switch to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Slowly, gently, bring the knees to center. Hug the knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Tuck your forehead to your knees. Take a breath in, hold, squeeze, and exhale, release. to Savasana, our final resting posture, corpse pose. Open your arms and legs out wide, take up space. Get settled, get comfortable, use props if you need to. There's no right or wrong in this posture. If you want your knees bent or bottoms of your feet together, you can. Do any posture that feels the best for you. The goal here is to sit in stillness and silence and let all of that mindfulness that you just worked on, that calm breathing, will start to integrate into your nervous system so that you can feel rested and renewed once you leave your mat. You get to take that with you. And now is that special time where you get to feel a meditative state to integrate that into your whole being. So get comfortable, relaxed. We'll be here for 2 minutes, and I will guide you out when the time is ready. So if your mind drifts and wanders, if you fall asleep a little bit, that's even better. So get comfortable, relaxed, and I will guide you out when it's time. Start to draw your mind back into your body. Make small movements, wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your wrists and ankles, maybe some sway side to side with arms or legs. And then inhale, reach your arms overhead, take a full body stretch. And exhale, draw your knees to your chest, roll to either side, find the fetal position. Rest your head on your bottom arm, place your top arm maybe on your body or the floor. Take a moment to feel grounded, supported. Connect with that sense that something is holding you, something has got you. Then gently make your way up to an easy seat. Be mindful as you align your head back over your heart. Take it slow, but keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft, that you're keeping that focus centered and inward. Relish these last few minutes of connection with self, preparing your mind and your heart before you step into the rest of your day. Connect with a positive affirmation that you can hold on to as you leave today. Feeling congratulatory for showing up to your mat, maybe doing this at home or in a space you're not used to, but taking that step forward to do something that aligns with what you needed today. Hold that affirmation in your mind and in your heart. Place both hands over your heart. Tuck your chin. We'll take one last round of breath together. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, release what no longer serves you or that positive affirmation. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for letting me guide you through this practice today. Thank you for taking the time for yourself, for your mat, for your practice. I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully soon. Show up for the rest of my on-demand classes that I'll be having through the fall, or an in-person class. I'm doing yoga and weights through the fall 2025 semester. So I look forward to seeing you in the studio or in your home. Have a good one.